We have the first victim queen of 2025. Months ago, I posted about how American culture loves when a woman in the public eye is like very sad. Here, there's me. I talked about Chriselle from Selling Sunset and how her national profile was elevated after her husband Justin Hartley left her. I talked about Ariana Madix, obviously of Scandoval fame, who became a literal celebrity after she was cheated on. And then I also talked about Jen from The Bachelor, or The Bachelorette, who had to like watch herself propose to a horrible man, and then everyone loved her. I know my mutual Simone Umba made a video about this, but in case you don't know, this is Rachael Kirkconnell. She was the winner of the season of The Bachelor with Matt James during the George Floyd protests and the Black Lives Matter movement. This is relevant because obviously Matt James was the first Black Bachelor. The reason that all of this is coming up all over again because Rachael holds a very special place in this fandom. As the season was airing, pictures leaked of Miss Rachel dressing up as a Confederate wife. I don't understand the sort of reasoning behind it, but the entire fandom sort of rallied behind her. They said that she was really young, and everybody makes mistakes when they're in college. She was 20 years old, by the way, but like, when I was 20, I didn't dress up as a slave owner's wife, but like, whatever. After the pictures came out, Matt broke up with her. Chris Harrison, who was the host of the franchise for like 20 years, actually had to step away from the franchise because he went on Extra, this is Rachel Lindsay, the first Black Bachelorette, to yell at her and say she was young. How dare anyone ever speak about Rachel in this way? She was a beautiful, young, innocent girl, and anyone who spoke against her was evil and horrible. Cut to today, Matt and Rachel dated for almost 5 years, I think 4 years, going on 5 years. He never proposed to her. They would travel around the world and like film videos of her smearing food all over her face. There was a girl on here who had a term for that. I will not say it here. But yeah, they had a little relationship. She now has 1 million followers on Instagram. Everyone has forgiven her, and she's now going on Call Her Daddy to collect more followers and also explain her side of the breakup. He broke up with her, or she broke up with him. Something happened last week. But now, of course, everyone is loving her. They're rallying behind her on the Bachelor Reddit. They're rallying behind her on the influencer Reddit. Someone was sending me screenshots. Like, she is now the victim queen of 2025. In my original video, I said that it was an interesting positionality within society where obviously going through a breakup is something that like all of us have experienced or most of us have experienced. And so there is a sort of tether that like makes it super relatable. But there is something specific about a woman in the public eye going through a blind-sided breakup where now everyone is like clamoring for the tea. There has to be like secrets and all of this like juice and dirt involved. And again, she gets elevated to a higher social status because of this positionality as the like downtrodden, sad woman. The final thing I'll say, and you get 2 sociology lessons for the price of 1 with this video, is that whenever anyone brings up the fact that she dressed up as a slave owner's wife, we get this whole pushback from people in power, right? There's this thing in sociology called the right to comfort, and you can pause to read here, but the most important part is that people in power should not be made to feel uncomfortable and that their emotional and psychological comfort must always be prioritized. In my American Cheating series, I talk about my concept of American cheating, where again, there's this idea in WASP American culture that like you are never ever to bring up things that are bad. You are never ever to be confrontational or cause conflict, right? If you ever disrupt the status quo or disrupt the peace, you are the problem. And for people of color in this country, especially whenever we happen to bring up the fact that someone had a racial incident in their background, we are the bad guys. She is not the bad guy for doing it. We are the bad guys for bringing it up. Again, looping all the way back around to the right to comfort. Their comfort must always be prioritized. You must never ever remind the people in power that they were wrong once. As usual with these things, I wish her an ounce of luck. She has 1 million Instagram followers. She's fine. I already know what these comments are going to look like. But if you follow me, you know that this is something I write about and talk about a lot. There is nothing American culture loves more than a victim.